Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and in this video, Bitcoin is forming a brand new price pattern on the chart right now. In just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what this price pattern is, and I'll give you my next price targets for Bitcoin in the short term. So make sure you're sticking around to know my exact Bitcoin price targets. I'll also cover Ethereum, as always, towards the end of this video, so make sure you're sticking around for that because I'll show you my Ethereum price targets as well. So yeah, there's going to be some incredibly important information in this video, so make sure you're watching the video all the way through. And yeah, if all of that sounds good to you, then please make sure to just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. All of your support on the channel recently has been amazing, and I appreciate that so much. And yeah, as always, I put a lot of time and effort into these videos every single day for you guys. So if you could just spend a couple seconds to click like and subscribe, that seriously means a lot, and once again, it helps out the channel so much. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart. We're on the 1 hour chart. And as I just mentioned, Bitcoin is currently forming this new price pattern right here. And as you can just see on the 1 hour chart here, we have been forming some lower highs on the chart. But in the RSI, we have been forming higher highs, only slightly higher highs, but it's still higher highs nonetheless. So first of all, that's obviously a bearish divergence. And so what that basically means is that in the immediate short term, we're either going to be heading slightly to the downside or basically sideways. And so far, this small bearish divergence on the 1 hour chart is already beginning to play out. As you can see, we've just come down a little bit. And honestly, just from this bearish divergence itself, I wouldn't expect a massive crash, but there is another reason that could cause a massive crash. And this is the price target that I've just been talking about. So yeah, just after I quickly mentioned that bearish divergence, if I draw out the supports that's coming into these lows, Bitcoin, as you can see here, is currently forming a symmetrical triangle on the chart. Now, these symmetrical triangle patterns are pretty much just neutral patterns, meaning that they don't necessarily have a bias whether they're bullish or bearish. But what does end up tipping that bias towards bullish and bearish is the price action that entered this pattern. As you can see here, the price action that entered this pattern went to the downside. And so once again, this pattern by itself is kind of just a neutral pattern. And so what normally happens when Bitcoin forms this type of pattern is it basically just continues the trend that it's on. So as you can see, just the short-term trend here on the 1 hour chart, it has been to the downside before we entered this pattern. So it is actually more likely that we are going to be breaking to the downside out of this pattern. And if you take a look here, while we've been forming this pattern just here, the volume has actually been declining. And this is a great way to tell that a big move is imminent on the chart. Anytime that the volume is declining like this, while the price is coiling up into a tight price range, once again, that is one of the best ways to know that a big move is coming very soon in the Bitcoin price. And once again, this big move can be either way. It can be up or down, but considering that we have been in a downtrend, it is technically more likely that we do break to the downside. But in that being said, obviously this pattern can be traded both ways. And so yeah, I'll give you my exact price targets for this pattern if we break out. And now if we break the line of resistance up here, which by the way is coming in at around 47,700 US dollars. So if we kind of get above 48,000, that's kind of how you would know that we are actually fully breaking out of that. And once again, I'll be paying attention for the big volume to come in that exceeds previous volume levels, because that is one of the ways that you can confirm that a breakout is legit. But yeah, if we do end up seeing that breakout to the upside, then my price target for this pattern, it would be all the way up at this price level up here, which is at around 51,000 US dollars. So I'm just going to quickly get rid of this line here. That was just the 50K level that I've had on the chart for a while now. And 50K, that's still an important level, obviously. But yeah, this price target up here is sitting at around 51,000. And this is actually perfectly coming in confluence with these highs that we saw just here and here. And zooming out even further on the chart, as you can see, we also saw some supports back at these same price levels back here. So once again, if we break out to the upside, that is going to be my immediate price target for Bitcoin for this breakout trade. And now it's important that we obviously discuss the downside targets for if we do break to the downside. And first of all, the line of support is coming in at around 46,000 US dollars. If we break below 46K, that's how you know we're beginning to break to the downside out of this price pattern. And once again, if we do end up breaking to the downside, I'll be paying attention for the big volume to come in to confirm that the breakout is real. And once again, obviously, as I mentioned just earlier, this pattern can be traded either way. We can enter a long position to the upside or a short position to the downside. downside, but I do not recommend trading with leverage for any beginners out there. That's only for the experienced traders out there. But anyway, back on track. My downside targets for Bitcoin, if we were to break to the downside out of this pattern, is currently coming in down here, and that's at about 42,900 US dollars. So 42.9k is the technical target for this breakout. But in saying that, I have already got these three major lines of support mapped out on the chart that are actually put on the chart from my last video. So if you haven't seen my last video, I recommend checking that out. But yeah, what these three lines are is basically this line and this line are Fibonacci levels, incredibly important Fibonacci levels on the Bitcoin chart. This is the 50% Fibonacci level, this yellow line, and this red line is the 61.8% Fibonacci level. So that's probably the most important Fibonacci level, that red line down there. And once again, if you want to know exactly how I got those specific lines, check out my last video because I explained it completely in that last video. And by the way, that yellow line, that's coming in at around 43,800, and the red line's coming in at around 40,700. So those are going to be some major lines of support. And also that blue line, that is the previous all-time high for Bitcoin that Bitcoin made in the beginning of January. If I just quickly switch to the 4-hour chart, as you can see, and just zoom all the way out, as you can see back here in the beginning of January, that's where Bitcoin topped out at about 42,000 per Bitcoin before we entered pretty much a 1-month correction all the way down to like 29,000 was the lowest that we got on that correction. And yeah, so once again, that blue line that we had back there is currently coming in at around 42,000. So that's also going to be a big line of support for Bitcoin. So just zooming back into the 1-hour chart, as you can see here, those three lines are incredibly important support levels for Bitcoin. So expect a bounce at any one of those levels. And honestly, if we break below all three levels, even that last red level down there, which by the way, that last level is once again coming in at around 40,700. If we break below like 40k, that is seriously not too good for Bitcoin, and we could potentially be going a lot lower. But if something like that begins to play out, I will continue to update you guys on the channel, giving you my new updated price targets. And quickly zooming out to the 4-hour chart just real quick, as you can see, this bullish divergence that I said in my last video was actually beginning to play out. As you can see here in the price, we got a low and a lower low in the price, but in the RSI, we obviously got a low and a higher low. So once again, this is a bullish divergence, and I recorded my last video right here as Bitcoin was forming this low, and I said that Bitcoin is most likely going to be heading pretty much sideways or back to the upside in the short term. And over the last 24 hours, that's exactly what's happened. So to everyone that's bought this dip so far, myself included, you're now in profit. So congratulations to everyone that has been buying the dip. And yeah, as I say in pretty much all of my videos, any correction that we get like this is an awesome buying opportunity, because even though we are in a correction, we're still in a bull market long term. And honestly, towards the end of March, I'll be targeting closer towards 60,000 US dollars. I've been saying that for like a month now on the channel. And if anything, this correction has set us back about 2 weeks. As you can see, we were actually at this price level only just 2 weeks ago. So once again, long term, Bitcoin's still looking extremely bullish, and this is just a buying opportunity for all of the newer investors into crypto. You're getting into Bitcoin at cheaper prices. All right, now here we are on the Ethereum US dollar chart to do my Ethereum analysis for today. This is just a 1-hour chart for Ethereum, and as you can see, Ethereum's getting some massive support in this price range just here. Now this yellow line that I've mapped out on the chart is coming in at around 1,430 US dollars per Ethereum. Now for all of the new viewers on the channel, I'll just zoom way out on the chart to explain why this price level is important. I actually had this yellow line mapped out on the chart before Ethereum begun getting support at this price level, and that's because this yellow line, and by the way, this is on the weekly chart, so this is like way zoomed out for Ethereum. This yellow line was the previous all-time high for the top of the bull market for Ethereum at the end of the 2017 bull market. Once again, coming in at around 1,430 US dollars per Ethereum. And right now, as you can see, Ethereum's obviously broken above that level, and it's now retesting that previous all-time high level as new support. So it's incredibly important what Ethereum does within the next few days, whether it holds that level as support or breaks below it. Just zooming back into the 1-hour chart, as you can see here, it's just so obvious how much support is coming in at this exact level just here. And yeah, honestly, Ethereum's getting really close to breaking below this. And once again, I'll begin to actually flip more bearish bullish on Ethereum if we do end up breaking below this level, because it's just so important for Ethereum to stay above this level to remain bullish. Ethereum is obviously getting these horizontal lows coming in on the chart, but we're getting declining highs. We're getting lower highs constantly, at least on the 1 hour chart just here in the short-term trend, and this is obviously not too good for Ethereum. Don't get me wrong, I am super bullish on Ethereum long term, and honestly I have been actually accumulating a lot of Ethereum down at these lower price levels, but it's important that I make you guys aware of any bearish signs that I'm seeing on the chart, and that's exactly what I'm beginning to see at the moment. In fact, this type of price pattern just here is called a descending triangle, and it's famous for being a bearish price pattern. We've also been seeing some declining volume in Ethereum over the past couple days, as you can see here. And once again, this shows us that a big move is imminent for Ethereum within the next few days. Now, this could be a big break to the upside or a big break to the downside. Once again, we can trade that big move either way on the chart. But yeah, anyway, the exact price targets for this pattern for Ethereum, if we break to the downside, my price targets would be coming in at around $1,030 to be exact, just above that $1,000 level. So obviously around that $1,000 level, which by the way, I'll map it out just here on the chart so you can see it more clearly. That blue line that's coming in at $1,000, and that's going to be some massive support for Ethereum, obviously. And now there would be some other areas where Ethereum would be getting supported at, don't get me wrong. For example, if I want to measure the Fibonacci retracement tool from the last major low that we saw in the Ethereum charts up to the all-time high at about $2,040. First of all, it's important to mention that this yellow line that I've already had mapped out on the chart for a while now, because once again, this was the previous bull market top. This yellow line is also coming in at the exact 61.8% Fibonacci level, which is the most important Fibonacci level. So that's also another reason why it's just so important that Ethereum holds this level as support, because yeah, once again, if we break below that level line, that is pretty bearish for Ethereum within the next few days and weeks. Once again, just to clarify, in the long term, I'm still super bullish for Ethereum, but this pattern will set the trend over the next few weeks. I just want to make that extra clear for you guys. But yeah, I'll just quickly mention the next Fibonacci level that's below the price if we were to break below this yellow line is the 78.6% Fibonacci level, and that's currently coming in at around $1,250 per Ethereum. So the 1250 level, which by the way, I'll just map it out on the chart just here, this level could potentially be some big support for Ethereum. So just keep an eye out for if we get a bounce on that level. And once again, we have to break below that yellow line first, obviously. And now if we break to the upside out of this price pattern, I would simply be targeting towards this Fibonacci level just up here, which is also the technical price target for this descending triangle if we do break to the upside. And that's currently coming in at around $1,800 per Ethereum. We also got rejected at that level just here, as you can see, and we also got some big rejections and some support at that price level just back at this price range here on the chart. So yeah, if we do break out of this price pattern, expect some resistance coming in at around $1,800. So those are my exact price targets for Ethereum in the short term. But yeah, this is about all I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then please make sure to just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on for more videos like this one. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos once again, and I try and upload daily for you guys to keep you updated every single day in the world of crypto. So yeah, if you could just spend a couple seconds to click like and subscribe, it seriously means a lot and it helps out the channel so much. And yeah, I just want to quickly say I really appreciate all of your support on the channel recently. And by the time you're watching this, we might have already hit 3,000 subs. So yeah, thank you once again for all of the support. And yeah, if you have any feedback, questions, or suggestions, let me know in a comment down below right now, because I'll get back to you as soon as possible, because I try and read and reply to every single one of my comments on these videos. So yeah, just let me know in a comment down below if you have any thoughts whatsoever. Once again, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just be careful, because there can be some scammers in the comments. So if you see any comment down there with like a phone number, an email, Telegram, WhatsApp, anything like that, it is a scam comment. So just stay away from those comments. And yeah, I try and delete them whenever I can, but they're always coming in and I'm not always online. So yeah, if you see any sort of comment down there like that, please just be cautious and never send anyone crypto and never contact anyone from the comment section whatsoever. But yeah, with all that being said, that's just about everything I have to say for the video. So yeah, once again, I really hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next video.